Hey everyone, welcome to Concordia Jedi. I'm Asher.
I'm Thomas.
Well, you've seen my ranking. You've seen Aaron's ranking, and now you're going to see Thomas's ranking of all the Star Wars films. Why don't you start with your lowest on the
lowest?
List? Yep.
I would have to say for that one, Attack of the Clones.
That's exactly
That's
where
the exact lowest.
That's where I put mine lowest too. So why is it lowest for you?
Just there wasn't really much of a plot.
Well, I said this, and I think Aaron can agree with me. By the way, say hi to Aaron filming. How you doing, Aaron?
Hey.
I think my issue with Attack of the Clones, aside from the bad lines and the stilted acting, is that the pacing is very, very, very inconsistent. The whole film is like a slow crawl, and then as soon as you get to the Geonosis arena, it's a sprint. It's just fast-paced right to the end. And then it's like slow, go! And then end.
Yep.
And that's what gets to me about that film. But
I feel that same way.
yeah. So after Attack of the Clones?
I'd probably go Phantom Menace.
Same here.
Don't forget me wrong, the ending was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like the slow beginning, like in the middle there.
Yeah,
It's like they start out as basically
and of course,
they find Anakin.
and of course, Jar Jar.
Yeah, Jar Jar.
And
That's a big one.
now this is pod racing.
Yep.
But there's some good stuff in it.
There is some good scenes in that, don't get me wrong.
Liam Neeson as Qui-Gon is great. Ewan as Obi-Wan, and Ray Park as
The
Darth
whole
Maul.
Jar Jar, though, ruined it for me.
I wouldn't even say it ruined it for me. I would just say it's
No, if he
those
would've
are
gone
the
Sith,
parts where I'm just checking my phone.
if he would have gone Sith, that would be a whole
That would have been
story.
fucking ridiculous. I'm sorry.
You,
But all right, so what's next?
you all are just hurting
Next?
me over here.
I would have to say...
Oh yeah, because your Phantom Menace used to be your favorite. Now it's The Last Jedi.
Next one after Attack of the Clones would probably be The Last Jedi.
Last Jedi? That low, really?
Yeah.
Really, after Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
Why is Last Jedi so low?
Just because the fact that they killed Luke off.
You didn't think they should have killed Luke off?
No, I should have waited for one movie.
9?
And Snoke. I wish we would have got to see more of Snoke and more Luke as a master. So you don't get to see
Yeah.
Luke much as a master. You
Well,
just see him as an apprentice, really.
Well, aside from that, what did you think of the film?
For overall, though, I thought it was good.
Yeah. So you're not one of those people who
I'm not one of those butt-hurting fans.
Yeah.
Like,
And let me.
still
I'm gonna set the.
appreciate it.
I'll say it right here. There are very legitimate reasons to dislike The Last Jedi, and if you don't like the film, I can understand why. But me personally, that's my third favorite. I think the pros are just far outweigh the cons for me, and I think it's fantastic. But so now after The Last Jedi, what do you have?
well, technically before it.
No, because you like after your what do you put?
Oh, yeah. That I'd like to go... Probably Return of the Jedi next.
Return of the Jedi. Why do you put it there?
Don't get me wrong, it was a great film with all the Death Star battles and everything, but... I don't know, I wish we could have seen more of Luke constructing his new saber.
That's why you put it this low.
Yeah, because like you see it, mostly everybody construct a new
Just
lightsaber.
watch the deleted scene and picture that in the film. There's a deleted scene of him constructing his
Well, there's a
saber.
deleted scene, but it's like not actually in the movie. Like
I get
they would have added that more, I would have
it.
liked them more.
I think you need more than that to place it this low. Maybe the Ewoks.
No, I like the Ewoks. Maybe more of like the
I'd say the one thing that my biggest criticism with Return of the Jedi, even though it's my favorite, is that the Empire is completely incompetent in this one. Like,
Yeah.
If you thought they were incompetent in the previous two, oh my god, they're losing to teddy bears in this one.
That's have to go with that one on Return of the Jedi.
Alright, and then what?
Then I would probably have to go. Now it's a tie. Rogue One and Solo.
Rogue One and Solo? So why are they a tie?
The Solo was just because I wish we would have got to see more of like him and Kira.
Huh.
Like seen more of it throughout the movie.
I suppose so.
Instead of in like the beginning and then like once again at the end, like
Well, we see them interacting throughout whole film pretty much.
Yeah, like more like in the beginning.
you wanted
there's
more-
like a
more-
whole part like
You
we
wanted
don't
to see more
it.
of like their beginnings on Corellia?
Yeah. So you would have got to see more of that.
Yeah. Well, that would have been pretty cool to see. And then you're putting Rogue One here too.
And I just didn't like the way that people with the mask took their mask off all of a sudden.
I don't know. I thought that was pretty cool.
I kind of wish they would have just kept it on with to make it more like their mask and like their.
Because it led to a great reveal when they take the mask off and they find it's that one woman. Then she just jumps down from the roof and attacks them.
Yeah,
That was awesome.
that I actually liked.
So then, why is Rogue One down the slow? I thought that was one of your favorites.
Yeah, it was. Just. I don't know. I wish we got to see more beach action.
Beach action. Yeah,
Like,
I
more of
wanted
them,
to.
like,
I want.
blowing up the stuff.
I like the film already. I just think it should have been more war oriented. Like
Yeah, like more war,
like
more
the
action,
like what we see at the beginning of Solo, that trench warfare when he's fighting with the Empire.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted more of. I wanted just this fast-paced, brutal, holy shit, we might die in just a second kind
Just
of
like
warfare.
that scene we saw with the war in Solo.
Yeah, that's what I just said. And if they ever do a movie based on the Clone Wars, like actual, like a
It needs to
based
be
on
all
a Clone
war.
Wars, that's what I want to see the type of fighting. I want to see.
We don't want to make a mess of things in front of the Chancellor.
I want to see desperate fighting, like fighting for their lives.
Right.
Show how destructive the Clone Wars really were to the galaxy.
And them begging for their lives as they're like lying on the ground.
Maybe. That might be a little dark for Disney, but anyway. Well, after Rogue and Solo,
Probably Empire Strikes Back.
why do you put it there?
Just because of the whole thing with like Cloud City. I wish they would have found Lando like at a better way. Like
I don't know.
More of another casino.
I like Cloud City. The stuff that keeps that makes Empire my least favorite of the original trilogy is the scenes in the Falcon when they're trying to evade the Empire just really drag for me. They go on forever.
yeah. Like when
There's some
Han
great
speaks
there's
to,
some good character development when they're doing that, and the romance between Han and Leia is great, but it just really drags for me.
Yeah.
So
And when they wanted to go back to go for Luke, and like Lando didn't want to go back.
Yeah.
That's what bugged me about it too.
I don't know. Lando's always the kind of looking out for number one first kind of guy.
Yeah, that's true. Good.
I'm
point.
excited he's returning for episode 9.
Yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait to see his character then.
Yeah. And then there's people with absolutely no hope. They're saying, like, rest in peace, Lando. Too bad they're going to kill you off. Oh, shut up. You don't know that. Anyway. What?
Now,
You
I
have
will-
something to contribute, Eric?
I will say one quick thing. There's only one way that I could see Lando going off and be willing to have him go off.
Is if he goes with the Falcon?
Possibly, but I see him more kind of in a kind of a flash and blaze of glory type of thing.
Yeah.
Is if he's gonna go out with a big bang.
Yeah.
So if he's gonna go out,
Go out as flashy as he dresses.
exactly.
Yeah. And maybe if, God forbid, I hope they don't do this. I don't think they're going to do this. But if they do kill off Chewbacca too, I think both of them should be flying the Falcon. And because there's rumors that maybe the Falcon will be destroyed in this to him. But I don't want to see happen. I think that might be pushing too far with letting the past die. But
I don't think Chewie's gonna die in this, but if he were to,
he's
You'd have
got to
to
go
have
out in
the
the
Falcon.
Falcon.
I possibly I kind of see him also in the same way because in a
What, do you want to
Wookiee.
see him killed like he was in the EU, crushed by a moon?
No, I would.
That was horrible.
I think that it's also kind of a similar way. Is that because
Trash
Wookiee?
compactor, yeah. No, Chewie. There's no evading this thing twice.
But Wookiees, are known for, if they go out and just like literally going ballistic, in battle and everything. I'd be willing to see that too if that were to be the way, if he doesn't go down in the Falcon, it'd be him going down,
Ripping off Kylo's arms.
well, shoot, okay.
That would be bad.
All right, let's get back on track. So, after Empire, what do you have? A New Hope?
After Rogue One.
No, after Empire, because you put Rogue One and Solo as
Oh
a tie,
yeah,
and then
the
you said-
Empire.
We have after Empire.
I would have to go. A New Hope.
All right? What
Very
do you-
classic movie and everything.
Yeah.
Like that we saw Luke on the whole sunset.
Yeah, that's my favorite scene from that film, I think.
And just the first time seeing like the Death Star like up close,
Yeah.
like that's just there right there. Like that's the
Yeah.
Empire's like main like logo.
Yeah.
Now, didn't you say, Asher, that your second favorite scene in all of Star Wars is that moon scene? Not moon scene,
Binary
but the
sunset.
binary sunset. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my second favorite scene in all of Star Wars. First favorite being Luke's final moments of his duel with Vader in Return of the Jedi. And then, my favorite, second favorite is the binary sunset. Like, that is just such a classic scene that says so much in just 30 seconds. It's fantastic. No dialogue, just 30 seconds of pure brilliance with I think the best piece that John Williams has ever composed. I think it's perfect. Anyway, after A New Hope, because I think what we got.
Last but not least.
Hold on, what we got left: Revenge of the Sith, The Force Awakens.
Oh
and,
yeah, just those two.
No, I think there's one more, isn't there? No, I think that's it. Yeah.
So then I would put The Force Awakens,
Yeah.
just because it's like the first time we see a cross-guarded lightsaber. Thought that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, man, you just see the lightsabers with one blade
Mm-hmm.
and the one like color.
Or we've also seen, Maul's double blade.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was a pretty good shock to see that too.
the ball.
When it first came out, the double sided.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The ignition, the delay.
I didn't like Kylo's crossguard when I first saw it in the teaser. I thought that looks kind of stupid, but then seeing how he uses it in the film, it's really grown on me. I really like that.
You're
saber.
so right.
Yeah. And then your favorite.
My absolute favorite, Revenge of the Sith.
So why is Revenge of the Sith your favorite?
Just the moment when you first see Darth Vader as Anakin Skywalker.
That
like,
first breath he takes it.
well, not even that, but like in human form, like before the whole fight on Mustafar.
Yeah,
Like,
when
you see him in his,
he
like,
turns
human
his
form
face
and,
to the
like-
camera and he has the red eyes, the yellow
Yeah,
eyes.
with his hood up and
Yeah,
everything. Like,
that's a great scene. Yeah, people will often lump the prequels together into one big failure of a trilogy, but I tell them 2 is bad, 1 is okay.
just the bad dialogue and the bad script.
Yeah. 3, I will defend to the death as a good film. It has bad stuff in it, but I think it's a lot like The Last Jedi. For me, the pros are too good to be outweighed by the cons. I think Revenge of the Sith is a good film.
And
It's marred by a few problems, and a few of them are pretty big problems.
I'll
Of
also
course, you're so beautiful. It's only because I'm so in love.
Lord
No,
Vader.
no. It's because
hear
I'm
me?
so in love with you. So love is blind to you.
but I'll also defend episode 1 in the sense that, I know people are like, oh boy, but I think one thing that, you were saying, it's an okay film, and I think, if there's just a few tweaks, and you said this before,
With Phantom Menace,
but if you just,
my biggest issue with Phantom Menace is that too much of the film seems to revolve around Jar Jar. It seems like Jar
Yeah, that was the
Jar
one thing I didn't like.
Jar
about the
Jar
prequels
is
as much.
too much. Like, if you take Jar Jar out of the film, you actually lose quite a bit of it.
You really do.
He's the focus of attention on that film where he really shouldn't.
Well,
be.
think about it.
I think if you had him in there, but you change the focus.
Yeah, if you could have him in there for a few scenes, but they put way too much. He gets way too much screen.
Yeah, but if you think
Well, I
about it,
think
though,
you could still use him very similar in the way that they use him, except he's not the focus. Like, you could still have a lot of the scenes with, where they find him and, going down to, what's it called?
Jar Jar Binks.
What's the underwater city and whatever.
Gunga.
Yeah. And, kind of some of his interactions, but the focus not being on Jar Jar, that he's just a side character. It's kind of already that way, but at the same time, he's like, how lack of a better way to say it, the main side character. If you change that, I think that,
I think you cut out some of his dialogue, cut a few of the scenes that he's in, or cut out parts of the scene where he's in them. If you just trim it down enough, you get a decent film.
well,
I
and
think
not
Jar
just
Jar
that, but
is
maybe
the biggest
adding
problem.
some of the deleted scenes into place of that.
Well, then the film, I think, drags on too long. Because it's already a pretty long film. It's over 2 hours.
Yeah.
I think if you,
Well, that's most Star Wars films anyway.
I think if you just trim that down a bit, it would
Yeah,
work
but it's
out
one of
fine.
the longest.
Like, Jar Jar in Attack of the Clones, he's bad, but he's not the main focus of the film, so I can tolerate him a lot more. But anyway, so that's your ranking of films.
Yes, it is.
Revenge of the Sith is your favorite. Last Jedi is your favorite. Return of the Jedi is my favorite. We each have altogether, we have my 3 favorite films in the series. My favorite is Return of the Jedi, then Revenge of the Sith, and then The Last Jedi.
And I think what's Joe's? Isn't his Revenge of the Sith?
Yeah, I think Joe said his is Revenge of the Sith too.
And just because he has a purple lightsaber.
Well, not yet. It should
Well,
be
he
coming
will.
on Monday, yeah. Which that'll be exciting because he got a really good deal. Ultra Saber's diamond soundboard. I think it's which model of sabers? I think it's Dominic's Dark
Ultra
Dominic's
Sabers.
LED. Yeah, it's a good saber.
Can't remember the last time I.
And he got it for a great deal, $150. He will need a blade for it, but for any shoots or anything or any photo things, we might just let him use Aaron's just for shooting photos. Because if we use this one, then the film slides up and down because this one's made for a thin neck.
And this blade as well.
Well, not that one. That one's not made for a thin neck.
That's the Ultra Saber's Ultra Edge Heavy Grade.
No, like, but it doesn't have like a part of the diffusion film taken out for the
Oh right, yeah.
emitter to slide into. As if with this hilt right here, you see part of the emitter, it goes inside the blade to keep it steady, and then the diffusion film is cut so it's right there.
Right, yeah.
And then you get nice solid connection.
Check out our new sabers.
The Force will be with you. Always.
Favorite quote from all of Star Wars: "The Force will be with you always" by Obi-Wan Kenobi.
The Force will be with you. Always.
Anyway, that's our video. That's Thomas's ranking of the films. What do you guys think? Again, leave your comments and your rankings in the comments below. If you like the video, subscribe and become a Concordia Jedi yourself. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. Everyone have a good night, and may the Force be with you.
Always.